Here we go. Come on. Pre-start lights are on. This is new for 2026. The cars are revving. Here we go, boys. 5 lights, and we're go. Oh, it's an absolutely mental start for Hajar. Hamilton's up there as well. Leclerc's going for the lead. Leclerc's in the lead. Charles Leclerc takes the lead into the first corner. What a start for Ferrari. Unbelievable. It's 3 wide with Racing Bulls and Norris. Hamilton's fallen back. Ferrari. Wow. Crazy start. Is that Isaac Hajar was up to third at one point. He's fallen back down. And I believe that's Lindblad in 4th. Lindblad, I think, is up to 4th. Unbelievable. And Antonelli has had a horrific start. Oh my lord, Fernando Alonso has had an absolutely monumental start as well. He is up to P10 from P17. Unbelievable. We've got an Alpine and a Haas going side by side as we come to the end of Sector 2. My god, what a start. And I believe, who's that? Is that the Racing Bull of Lindblad defending? And Hamilton's all over Hajar. And he's going for the 2 of them. It's 3 wide. It's 3 wide. Hamilton's going to get the 2 of them here to the end of the lap. Is he? No, he doesn't, but it's close. But Hamilton gets the exit and he's through. 2 places and 2 corners. Fantastic racing in the first lap. Oh, this is what we love to see. Absolutely chaos. Leclerc is down the road for 8, well, nearly actually. I mean, Hamilton's a little bit far behind, but a second Leclerc leads by. Russell is catching him already. A little bit of a gap behind to Hamilton. And Hajar has just passed Lindblad on the straight there, flying past him. My god, that is what you like to see. Wow. Unbelievable start. And we seem to have all calmed down a little bit now. Hulkenberg's still in the pit, so he seems to be out of the race. Piastri's out, and Lastro is in last. We got away instead. We got crazy. George is all over the back of Charles here. I think he's going to be past him by the end of the Sector 2. We're going to see the speed advantage of the Mercedes engine and the Ferrari engine now. Here we go. We come to the end of Sector 2. Russell's holding the outside for this is for the lead. Can Russell get the lead? No, he can't. He backs out. Oh, this is a great start to the season. We wanted to see this, but Russell's got a good exit out of turn 9 here. He's back on it again. Leclerc goes defensive. And Russell. Wow. Wow. Right past the Ferrari. But Leclerc is right back on him. Hajar and Lindblad are fighting for P4 here. And Hamilton's caught a lot on this lap as well. Hamilton was nearly 4 seconds behind at the end of the first lap, and he's closed up by 2 seconds. Is Leclerc going to get Russell here? No, okay, I thought he was a little bit close, but he seems to be close. I thought he was going to be close enough to go for the move, but clearly not. Wow, what's that? Yeah, I know, Fernando P10. My guy. My guy started P17, and he's up to P10. Bro is driving a tractor and he's in P10. What a start. Colapinto is under investigation apparently for a start procedure infringement. Colapinto things. But yeah, Antonelli had a horrific start. What a crazy start for Antonelli. He dropped from P2 to P7. Oh, Leclerc is coming back at Russell here. Into turn 9. He's going to go round the outside of turn 9. He's done it. Lads. Oh, but Russell's coming back. Russell's coming back. Oh, this is what we wanted to see. This is what we wanted, guys. We've got repass after repass. We've got a battle for the lead. Hamilton is catching this battle for the lead as well. Hamilton is 1.5 seconds behind Russell. This is going to become a 3-way fight in a minute. Verstappen is making his way through the field there. Up to P14 now. So Leclerc leads Russell and Hamilton. Hamilton is now in the mix. Oh my god, boys. All I did was with a Ferrari t-shirt. Wow. What a start to the season this has been. I've never seen so much overtaking in Melbourne in my life. Good sign so far. But we're going to see what happens here as we head through to the second sector. Russell will now use his overtake. Get his boost button. The activator is now open as we head to turn 9. Russell's gaining again at a rate of knots. Not close enough though. Well, I will say though, Ferrari and Mercedes have dropped the pack. Hajar is a further 5 seconds behind Hamilton. Verstappen is going round outside at Albert at turn 9. What a move. Bro. We have a 3-way fight for the lead. This is metal. This is what we want. This is what we want. Ferrari fans, we might be back. And I think Antonelli looks to be he's going to get Lindblad on the start-finish straight here. As he does, he flies right past him. I'm going to say Melbourne's going to get a record amount of overtakes in this race the way it's going. Like, so far, I mean, it's only 5 laps in. Only 5 laps in with the regulations. But there's been a lot of overtaking so far. And this is what we wanted. This is exactly what we wanted. But the only thing is, if Russell gets back ahead of Leclerc, will Leclerc manage to get him back again? Mind you, he did do that. He did do that at the start of the race. But as George saving his battery, as George... But I mean, I say saving a battery, but the regs are a little bit different this year, and you know how the cars work and that. So I mean, they're always constantly saving their battery. But yeah, so far top 3 covered by 2 seconds. Hamilton's dropped back a little bit, but Ferrari and Mercedes, they are really dropping the pack. Ferrari versus Mercedes. I've heard this one before. Ferrari's page. This yeah, we're watching a replay at the start. Just remember, Hamilton started P7. He was up to P3 at the first corner. And at one point it was nearly 4 wide. And do you know what? I'm watching a replay, right? Hamilton went wide at the first corner. He was in P3. And then as we headed onto the straight into the second corner, like the engine clipping just kicked in, and Lewis lost so much speed he actually ended up nearly falling back down to where he was. Oh, what a start from Leclerc. The onboard from Leclerc is just unbelievable, lads. We watched a replay at the start, but I'm going to be honest, I think we might need to pay attention to the live here, because I think Russell's catching Leclerc again as we head to turn 9. He's right on him. He's going to go for the inside. No, he was out. But he's going to get him. Here we go. Out of turn 11. He's right back on him. Leclerc that pushes Russell to the side of the track. But Leclerc holds it round the outside. Oh, this is some defence. This is great entertainment, man. We're 6 laps in and I think we've had more overtaken. And well, I say last year's race, but there's a lot of overtakes in last year's race because it was wet. But this is what we want. This is exactly what we want. Man, I'm just looking there. Fernando's in P16, man. What has happened? Man's just fallen all the way back down. Ah, pain. Surprised Hamilton's not gaining on this, like not taking advantage of Leclerc holding up George. Russell radio. Russell seems to be complaining about Leclerc's defence on the previous lap. But I mean, it seemed fair enough. I mean, like, we love aggressive defences and overtaking, but we don't want to go too crazy. But so far, lads, 7 laps in, we have a 3-way fight for the lead. Everybody else seems quite close though. I'm looking at the gaps with Antonelli, Hajar, Lindblad, Norris. They're all close. So far, it's Leclerc versus Russell. And Hamilton's trying... He's hanging on, but he's still a bit too far back to be in the fight. Unless he's saving his tyres, you know. Lewis could be saving his tyres, being smart in this very early stage of the race. Mind you, Russell's getting a rate of knots there, and there he goes. But Leclerc... Oh, he's later on the brakes, and Russell's going to get ahead. Yes, he is. George is in the lead, lads. George is in the lead, but as we head to Sector 2, I wonder if Leclerc will come right back at him. How much battery did he use? Can Leclerc come back as we head to turn 9? Because he's very close to him here. This is going to get very interesting. Let's see. As we head to turn 9, will Leclerc use his battery here? He seems to be gaining very quickly. Here he comes. Leclerc's coming back at Russell. Russell defends very aggressively. Oh my god. Lads. Lads. We have got a game of cat and mouse. Oh. This, so far, fantastic. Because you're seeing the people being smart. So Leclerc, clearly there, had let Russell go in the first sector. George had to use his battery up out of turn 2 to get the pass. Leclerc must have saved up, let him go, and saved it for the long straight in sector 2. But I might have jinxed it here, lads, because Russell is now in the lead, and Russell's locked up. Russell locks up but still gets the move done. But Leclerc goes to the outside, and he's back in the lead. And Lewis Hamilton's on them now. It's a three-way fight for the lead. Leclerc defends. Hamilton's trying to go for the lead here. Leclerc is back in the lead. Hamilton's right on Russell. It's side by side with Hamilton and Russell. Oh my god, lads. I've never seen so much chaos. This is just unbelievable, lads. This is crazy. Wow. Let's just try and stay calm, okay? I do see a few in this and it gently spoke to a spin. We got away with that one. We got away with that one. I just realised as well, my light's not even on. There we go, the lighting wasn't even on. But wow. We nearly had 3 wide to turn 2 there, lads. Crazy. I think Franco Colapinto's got a penalty. He's got a... Yeah. Colapinto and go penalty, apparently, is what they're calling it. It's not a stop and go, it's a Colapinto and go. So now, after all that chaos, Antonelli has catched up to the fight. It's now Leclerc, Russell, Hamilton, Antonelli. So, Ferrari, Mercedes, Ferrari, Mercedes. What on the 2018 is this? With Hadjar further 5 seconds behind. They're really dropping Red Bull here. But wow. What great racing, man. I'm loving this so far. Loving it so far. But Antonelli was quite far back at one point. And he's really closed him up. So... But, so far, from what we've seen, Russell can't get away. If he takes the lead, Leclerc comes right back at him. An update on Verstappen as well. He's in the top 10. From the back. So he's flying on the hards as well. On the hards. Colapinto and goalie. No, the thing is, I'm not even joking. That's generally what came up on the screen. Like, I had to look twice. I thought maybe they must have like forgot to add the stop and the text graphic, but it read Colapinto and goal. I'm not sure when the first pit stop's going to be. It's going to be interesting. As Verstappen now takes a dive and he's up to P9. Verstappen is absolutely flying at the moment, lads. Honestly, at this point, if he's quick enough, I wouldn't rule him out even being in this fight. If Red Bull's quick enough. But they've dropped Hadjar by 1.5 seconds that last lap. So, I don't know how Red Bull's pace is overall, unless it's just Hadjar being slow. Verstappen showing the true pace. But we'll see. Lads, we're only 11 laps in, and the overtaking, overtaking under the new regs is weighties. Yeah, it's, you could say that, but look how well it's working at these type of tracks so far. the game of cat and mouse is literally something we want to see. Because we don't really get to see it. So, like I said, we'll take it with a pinch of salt. But what we've seen in the first 11 laps has been sensational so far. Someone's slowing down. Hadjar's slowing down, I think. No, it's first. Is it? No. Hadjar's engine. There's smoke coming out of the back of Hadjar's car. Here we go, boys. The DNFs. The DNFs are starting. We did say this. Oh, what a shame, man. Hadjar was doing great. Surely that's going to be a VSC or a safety car. I think he's in a safe place, so I think it's going to be a VSC. Yes, it is, as I say that. VSC. Who would have thought with a Red Bull blowing up before an Aston Martin? Lando Norris is in the pits, apparently. A few drivers have came into the pits. Taking a risk. The top 4 are still out. But Norris is in. And so is Ocon and Gasly. And it's a slow stop for Norris a little bit there. I think that's the hards. Yes, it's the hards. A few other drivers coming in as well. Gasly, Sainz, Lawson. Very unpredictable this race at the moment. Can barely tell you who's going to be winning this. Alonso's in the pits as well. So Stroll. What do you do at this point in the race? It's still so early. Did someone say Timor? I know. Yeah, he was ahead of Max. They can't allow that, man. Show 16-second pit stop. Yeah, I mean, I think Aston's just testing. So, don't know why. Unless that's just, you know, typical Aston things. Yeah, but we've got an onboard Hadjar now. Wow, you can just hear it go. Oh, it's just gone. So 11 laps in, and we already had our first DNF. Oh, George is in. We got George in, lads. Double stacking Mercedes. Has Ferrari stayed out? Ferrari have stayed out, lads. Antonelli's going to come up behind Lindblad. And Verstappen is in 6th now. But he didn't pit. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, he didn't. He stayed out. Oh god, here we go with Ferrari strategy, boys. I think whatever you mentioned about the Ferrari strategy as well. We'll trust it. We'll trust the process. But, like I say, they've got brand new tyres now. Mercedes drivers, so they'll be flying. But it's still very early on. Lewis is on the radio there complaining about Ferrari not splitting the strategy. We're in the mud again. We're in the mud. We're back, lads. The Ferrari strategy is back. And the thing is, the VSC is still out. So, if the VSC still stays out for the rest of this lap, why can't Ferrari just take the risk with one driver? Because that's what Lewis is saying. Lewis is complaining that one of them should have came into the pits. So if they're going to do it, it's going to have to be this lap. 2024 Monza vibes. VSC is still out. Into the last sector. Leclerc is slowing down. Is he going to jump in? Let's see. No, both stay out. Ferrari are trying the bluff. They're in the pit lane doing the bluff. Unless... Wait, Ferrari mechanics are looking confused. Oh my god. Not again. The Ferrari mechanics even look confused. Oh, the VSC's ending as well. And Ferrari, with the time With the VSC end in there, probably could have got one driver in and out. Now we're back under green flag conditions. Here we go then. Will Ferrari get it right? Or will they get it wrong? This race better not be ruined by a strategy, man. I'll be so disappointed. Let's see if Max will be able to hang on to the back of Antonelli here. That'll be interesting to see. He's on older hard tyres. Antonelli on new... Is it mediums? Yes, it is. Mind you, it does say 12 lap hole mediums there. Unless I'm wrong. Tyre history... Oh no, sorry, that's the previous. Sorry, I was getting confused. Oh, lads. 15 laps. My guy Fernando's in. Pain. Only 15 laps. Oh, man. It's a hard time to be a Fernando fan. Or an Aston fan in general. But 15 laps? I thought they would have done a bit more than that. I mean, they did say they were going to retire. But, yeah. GP3 engine. Antonelli's going to get Lindblad here along the straight. He's gaining. There we go, coming Antonelli up to P4 now. Lindblad thought about coming back there, lads. Imagine that, racing Bill repassing a Mercedes. Lads, Ferrari going plan A. We're in the mud. Oh my god. The second you start seeing Ferrari doing plans. Oh man. Now don't get me wrong. Oh, there's a battle between Perez and Lawson. They were making contact there. Now, don't get me wrong, it is hard being a Fernando fan, but, like, Ferrari fans, my god, I feel for you as well. It's funny because I barely wear my Ferrari t-shirt. Can you imagine the first stream that I do and then Ferrari win, you know? I might be the cure to Ferrari, man. Ferrari might be glowing like... I want to say it, but I can't. But for at the moment, the gap to Russell and Hamilton is 8 seconds. So Ferrari, I don't know what's going to happen with the strategy here. Yeah, must be plan A. Yeah. It should be a two-stop, I think. Mercedes are definitely doing a two-stop, I think. But not sure what Ferrari are going to do. Maybe Ferrari are going to try to extend and get to the end. But George is flying. He's already taken a second out of Hamilton this lap alone, so we could be back into a bit of a battle here, but this time it's the two Ferraris leading from the two Mercedes. Bottas here for the vibes. Yeah, we love Bottas, man. We love Valtteri. He's 53 seconds off. How Alonso went bye-bye. I don't know. I think they just brought the car in. Like what they said. Do you know how they were just reporting that they were just going to do so many laps and then just come and retire. Unless the car just started bouncing like crazy. Or shaking like crazy is like what they were reporting. But literally only 15 laps. Only 15 laps. And that's it. That's such a shame, man, because like the start, P17 to P10. Man, Honda, can you just get it right, you know? It's so painful, man. Like, my guy just gained 7 places casually on one lap. And then loses it all because the Honda engine's just... Oh, lads! We're just talking about Valtteri. What a sec. I actually think some of you guys are a little bit ahead of me. It's actually good because we're a little bit in sync. So as soon as something happens, you are all there, so you are not behind. Virtual safety car again, boys. Now, what does Ferrari do? What did Ferrari do? Well, they've both passed the pit lane, I think. Is Hamilton in? No, he's not. So we now have 17 cars running. 5 retirements. Well, 3 technically, because Piastri and Hockenberg never started the race. Oh, and Verstappen and Lindblad are nearly side by side in the pits. Oh my god. That was close. That's going to be a battle of the pit crews. Racing Bulls versus Red Bull. Which one is going to get this? Let's see. It's going to be close. Oh, and Verstappen, I thought he nearly stalled there, but he stopped. I thought he's... Jesus, that was close. Same order as they came into the pits as they left. I really hope Ferrari boxing for soft overhaul. Yeah, that's probably not the way to go at the moment, no. Well, I mean, if you're going for a short stint, I suppose, but Ferrari have really put themselves in the mud here. They sort of have to go for a one-stop now. Because, I mean, Russell's going to be flying once the VSC ends, but then Russell probably going to have to pit again. And he'll maybe fire on the mediums or softs at the end. Unless Russell does go to the end, that could be wrong. But... Pit lane is closed apparently for Bottas' stricken car. I can't believe it just literally said Bottas is here for the vibes, and he must have took it personally, because the vibes are no more. We'll see what happened. We've got a replay of Bottas' failure. No, he just stopped. He must have heard something was wrong. Just stopped. He actually drifted a little bit on the grass there. My guy's waving to the crowd, man. Oh, we love Valtteri. W's for Valtteri, man. VSC is ending, boys. We are back underway. And Verstappen is instantly on the attack on Lindblad. Wow, Lindblad with some hefty defence there to Max. Lindblad is doing absolutely fantastic so far. What a debut race for him. I will say though, I think Max is going to get him in a second anyway. Great defence from Lindblad on the start-finish straight there though. But I think it's just a matter of time before Max passes him. But yeah, go on, Lindblad. Nice to see the debutant doing well. Max is going to go round outside at turn 9. Will he get him? Yes, he does. P6 for Max now. 5 seconds behind Lando. Is Stroll been lapped? Stroll's been lapped, hasn't he? Oh my god. Lewis is saying his tyres are still okay. Don't want to double stack and box him at the same time as Leclerc. So, one driver wants to do something different apparently. I feel like Ferrari can never like... It's always like so many problems or something, or like they have to make it harder for themselves. Like, come on lads, we don't want to see a Ferrari 1-2. Whoa, Gasly nearly went into the back of Ocon there. Oh, he's actually hit him. But I think Ocon got away with it. He did. Not gonna lie, the speed Gasly was catching Ocon out there, it was nearly a Fernando Alonso 2016 moment. Funny enough, that was with a Haas as well, so... Russell's still catching Hamilton. He's 5.3 seconds behind, so Russell's still catching. We're going to have a three-way fight very shortly, but that depends how long Ferraris want to stay out, because Hamilton is only 1.6 seconds behind Leclerc now, so the last thing Ferrari want is a battle of the two drivers for the lead. But nice to see Lewis is sticking on to Leclerc though, because we know last season wasn't a great year for Lewis. Ferraris are coming up to, is that Perez? So 22 laps in and we're already lapping the, you know, the tractors at the back. I think Cadillac are just here for the vibes, boys. Cadillac and Aston are just here for the vibes. So far, from what I can see, Russell seems to be lapping about half a second quicker than Hamilton. So it's still a lot of racing. It's still a lot of time gained. So he will close up to the Ferraris very shortly. Probably in the next 3 to 4 laps, maybe. Maybe more than 5 laps, actually. Could be wrong, but we'll find out. Daddy's cash is so much stronger than that one. So I know. We just remember in the interviews on, was it Wednesday or Thursday, they'd mentioned that Stroll only felt like he could do like 15 laps or something, but Fernando felt like he could do more. Well, that was a lie. Clearly, it was the other way around. Unless Alonso actually did have an issue and Stroll doesn't. God, the Ferrari fans right now must be absolutely, well, see, at this point I'd normally say something I'm not supposed to, but like, you know, we are live, I can't be affording to say those type of things, but I think you know what I mean. Just everyone stay calm, okay? Patience, we'll get there. We've still got, how many more laps? So it's like 34 more laps to go. Imagine you just tune into the race now and suddenly you see Ferrari 1-2. What a dream. Joe is vastly an underrated driver. Alright. Sorry, I wasn't coughing at that question. Me reading that question out, my body was like, oh, what a question that is. But, I mean, the thing is, I feel like he does get a lot of hype. obviously because the whole daddy's cast thing and that. But the thing is with Stroll though, the best way to put it is he's good, but he's very inconsistent. So like he can be Senna when he feels like it, especially in the wet or in the rain, like especially in wet weather. But he's just so inconsistent because like he can pull off an absolute crazy move. Like remember Spain, 2023 when he went around outside of Hamilton on lap 1, like absolutely crazy and brilliant move, right? And then he goes and does something like he did at Sao Paulo in 2024. So I mean, it's Lance, but what can you do? Russell's now 3 seconds behind Hamilton, so yeah, he is getting a lot closer. Hamilton's dropped back a little bit now, by a second or so. Yeah, the race is starting to calm down a little bit now, which is normally what happens at this point in the race anyway. Is this our year? Well, at the moment it is. But I've probably jinxed it, so I do apologise. Honestly, if I get a 1-2 here, I can see the videos on TikTok, on YouTube everywhere already. Oh, Leclerc has been told to box. Leclerc in then, on lap 25. Ferrari, now, pit. Wow, let's see what happens here. Hard tyres, wow, that was a quick stop. So Leclerc now drops behind Antonelli. Antonelli through the first corner as Leclerc comes out the pits. So if Mercedes can get to the end, it will be a 1-2 for Mercedes at the moment. But if Mercedes do need to pit again, then it'll be a Ferrari 1-2. So Leclerc is definitely going to the end surely with that. Like I say, Russell I'm not so sure about. Alonso's going back out, boys. Boys, we're back. Lads, Fernando's going back out. We're going to win the World Championship, boys. Look at this, right? Look at that. I know he's back in it, man. Look at that. He's P19. He's 2 laps down. He's behind Bottas, who's out. Unbelievable scenes. So Russell has now caught up to Hamilton. He's absolutely flying. 1.5 seconds. So he is on 26 lap on mediums. Russell on newer hards. Well, a wee bit more than now. We're going to see what happens. I wonder if Hamilton's going to defend a lot or not. Will he let him go? But obviously we hope he will defend and keep him behind for a little bit. Team 51 Nando. Yeah, I definitely try not to show it, do I? You know. I'm still very interested to see how this is going to pan out. I feel like Ferrari's done it, like, they've done it again with their strategy. I'm not sure at the moment. I'm really not. It'd be a real shame if they did blow it by doing that. Keeping one driver out. Well, I say keeping one driver out, but keeping both drivers out during the VSC when they should have at least pitted one. Took a gamble on another car in case one of the strategies doesn't pay off. Right, now George is right up behind Lewis, so let's see what happens if he's going to defend. I guess Alonso's testing. Yes, indeed. He is 15 minutes behind Stroll, by the way. That's something new for the graphics. So Hamilton was recharging his battery there. He was definitely slowing a lot down now to charge his battery. He's using it all now. So is Russell. Russell's trying to get through. Will he get through turn 9? Oh, it's going to be close. And Russell through. Russell's got through, but will Hamilton be able to get back? Let's see if Hamilton deploys all his energy here. He does, but I think George is doing the same thing. So now George is ahead of Lewis. George takes the lead. And Hamilton is now in the pits. Oh, Ferrari, man. Hamilton comes out 4th. Leclerc is 3rd. Now, let's see what happens. Let's see if Leclerc can catch Antonelli. Wow. Soon as Lewis pits, George comes on the radio and says he thinks the one stop's possible. Well, we'll see. But if Ferrari are quick enough, they'll have a lot more newer tyres. So let's see if the battle's on or not. So far, Racing Bulls and Haas are looking best of the rest. Behrman's very close to Lindblad here. Haas have came out of nowhere suddenly. Yeah, great drive from Lindblad so far. You absolutely do love to see it. Keeping an eye on the gap between Leclerc and Antonelli here. Seems to be averaging about the same. So everyone's pitted then. Everyone has pitted so far. Verstappen is on the mediums. Not sure if you'll be able to get to the end. But safe to say at this stage, the two quickest teams so far are Mercedes and Ferrari on race pace. I still think Mercedes are quickest overall, but we'll find out. We'll see if Leclerc can close down that gap to Antonelli. Everyone behind sights is here for the vibes. That gap is crazy, by the way. The state of those gaps. What in the 2014 is this? You get to like... Well, there's the two Mercedes ahead, and then the Ferraris, and then Norris Verstappen's very close. Then there's about a 10-second gap to Lindblad. And then you go a little bit further down, and then you've got a further 10 seconds with Albon. And then you get to go a Pinto and everyone else downwards is just a lap down. And then Fernando's in a race of his own, man. 12 laps down. Bro's setting new records. In the wrong way, unfortunately. Verstappen if he puts his net pin. Yeah, yeah, because it was it. What's the pit stop, Lewis? Like 25, 30 seconds or something. He's like 30 seconds behind and now the leader. Yeah, it'd be very close to the outer edge of the top 10. I'm sure he'll be able to get back through the field. But you never know, I might get to the end. But yeah, we're watching Norris and Verstappen here. We're back in 2025, lads, but unfortunately it's not for the lead. For P5. So they still found their way to see each other on the track again, but just in a different way. What is the gap to Leclerc and Antonelli? It seems to be averaging the same. So far, Leclerc and Antonelli lap the same, but Antonelli is actually catching us a little bit. So let's see if there's anything on for the lead here. No, I am. Yeah, I am standing. I prefer standing. I know, my legs are giving away a little bit, but every time... Oh, Antonelli radio. Okay, so Mercedes are monitoring going to the end on the one stop. But yeah, bro, you can sit there, bro. I'm good, man. I'm good. I prefer it this way. I don't know. I just like sometimes if I sit down, I just end up falling asleep. But before I did all the streaming stuff, I'd always stand anyway. Yeah, I would sit down after time. But I know, and plus the setup looks cool like this way. I know. I think the setup looks better this way as well. Yeah, because for anybody that was in the stream yesterday, obviously everything looked a little bit different to today. So I've been experimenting a little bit with how everything looks, and I thought this one looked very nice today. It's good. Plus my the way my setup is, because I've got the live time in front of me. I've got you guys right to the right, and then we've got the big TV in front of us. So I can. So while I'm standing with my mic being up, I can stand, watch, get a good angle of the on-track action, and then have the camera set up here. So yeah, it's good. I like it. Delicate streamer. Yeah, Nekrews 51's in his streaming era now apparently. Oh, virtual safety car. There's a virtual safety car deployed. I'm not sure for what for though. Unless it's... Oh, there's debris. Massive debris near turn 9. I'm actually not sure what that is. Oh, wait. It's off Perez's car. As his mirror came off again. Oh! No, it's just... Is it? Oh, it's just... No, it's a badge board. Okay, it's a badge board. I was going to say, if his mirror fell off again... Team 51 cinema. Leclerc versus Verstappen, boys. It's on. For P5 though. Oh, it was a dive there nearly. It's funny because if you used to show me this time last year, I think nothing had changed, but then you look at the order and you're like, oh my god. Oh, and Lando's pitted. And so's Fernando. Los Carlos, I appreciate the sub, man. Glad you're here. Like I said, we're going to be doing live streams all season, so you don't want to miss that. It's going to be an exciting time, so we'll be here all season live streaming. We'll all be here together enjoying the 2026 F1 season. And so far, we're off to a decentish start. I mean, the first stage of the race was very exciting, but at the moment it's calmed down a little bit. But I would say Ferrari have sort of, you know, they've done it again, I think, with their strategy, unfortunately. They did have an opportunity to pit under the VSC, which Mercedes did. They stayed out, Ferrari lost a bit of time. They've now pitted in the 3 and 4. And it looks to be that both Mercedes are going to the end and they've got in control of the race. So the race is either going to end a Mercedes 1-2, Ferrari 3-4, but we don't know. It could be a safety car, could be anything. But like reliability is crucial here as well, because we don't know. You know, I mean, any of the cars could go at any moment. Like we had Hajar really early on in the race have a problem, and that was it. Could happen to Max any minute. Could happen to George. Could happen to anybody. But like I say, we've got 22 laps to go, so anything is possible. But for now, the race has calmed down. Nothing seems to be happening. Which is just typical Australia. Verstappen going to the end. Maybe. I'm not quite sure. He's done. How many laps has he done on the mediums? 17. So he's done 18 laps on the first stint on the hards, and he's nearly matched that on the set of mediums. So, I mean, he could. Knowing Max, he could, but I don't expect him to. Yeah, Antonelli's pulling away from the clock now, isn't he? Yeah, Ferrari. Ferrari, man. Mercedes, I've seemed to have got the pace. Mercedes, I've got the advantage here. It seems like they can just get away from the other cars. Any new information to 2060? At the moment, I don't know. I don't really know when it's going to come out. I expect it to be soon. If I was to guess, probably around about June, because like I think the season pass for F1 25, I don't know if it's a season 6 or something, ends at the beginning of June, and that's when people are sort of speculating, and the next season will continue on for the DLC, the 26 DLC. So probably the start of June. Yeah. Like I say, if there's any other information, I'll probably upload that on the channel. So stay tuned for that. I'm sure that'll be very soon. Mind you, the cover has been leaked though. I did make a short on that actually. The 26 DLC cover I think got leaked, and it featured Lewis, Valtteri, and Max. From what we could work out, Lewis front and centre once again. Then Max to the left, I believe, and then to the right was Valtteri, because it looked like a darkish figure, or a dark suit, should I say. I think Stroll might be out now, lads. Yes, yeah, as soon as I say that. Still in the pits. I mean, that's definitely a lot more than what Aston were expecting. They did say no more than 25 laps or so, or 20 laps, I can't remember the exact number. Lance seems to have nearly done 40 there, with Alonso going back out, so it's improvement, but a long way to go for Aston this season before they can get anywhere. It's a real shame to see. It does hurt me as well, because obviously I'm a big Fernando and Aston fan, so but yeah, gonna be a long season, but we move. Oh yeah, Max is definitely going to get a drive of the day. My guy started at the back, and he's P5. Typical Verstappen things. The clicks now just put the fastest lap in. They really seem to be playing about with fastest laps. Mercedes quickest, Ferrari quickest, but the gap's just not there. The clicker's not close enough to even put a challenge. Yeah, but big gaps between all cars now. Antonelli 7 seconds behind George. Leclerc 10 seconds early behind Antonelli. Hamilton 6 seconds behind Leclerc. And then we've got Verstappen P5 a further 12 seconds behind him. Got battles going on in the midfield though. We've got Bortoletto now making a move on Ocon. And we've got Sainz there and Colapinto. Yeah, the pecking order is very interesting now. Oh, there was nearly a crash between Sainz and Colapinto there. Do I watch football? Not really. I've never really been a football guy. Always been a motorsport lover. From the very day I was born, pretty much. Always loved cars. I'm nothing against football, it's great. I see it from time to time and watch all the clips online and if there's any decent games on, but yeah, I'm forever an F1 and racing lover. Whoa, that was a close move between Ocon and... Is it Ocon? No, it's Behrman. Oh my god, Lindblad's coming back at Behrman here. Behrman made the move on Lindblad, but then Lindblad come right back at him. Then Behrman's got him again. Cat and mouse overtaking we've got here. Sainz and Colapinto, by the way, are actually having the battle of the back markers. Colapinto must be loving this. Sainz is going for it again. At the same place he did last lap. Try to go round outside, he can't get it. And what's happened there? Something happened with Sainz's car when he tried to take the cutback. Oh, Lindblad tried to go round outside the Behrman at turn 9 and he had to back out. I don't know if... was Sainz letting somebody through? Where is Sainz on the circuit? Yeah, he must have let... Yeah, he let Verstappen through. Because I was watching Sainz on board and he just stopped when he was trying to get the cutback on Colapinto near the end of the lap. I'm like, oh god, why's the engine just suddenly died? But, yeah. Appreciate the shove, Thistle, man. Much love. Like I say, anyone who's new here and subscribing to the channel, I'll be doing this all season. We're all here together watching the 2026 season live right here on the channel. Twitch, all the decent platforms. We've got vertical stream, we've got the normal stream, you've got many choices to choose from. But like I say, whole season we'll be here qualifying and the race on the channel. All to enjoy the 2026 season together. Anything can happen, and like I say, we have been off to a very dramatic start. Maybe not so much now. Calm down a little bit now. Lindblad's team radio here. Lindblad's really trying to get Behrman here. Lost position to Behrman, but Lindblad wants to get back at him. And Verstappen's been in the pits. Verstappen is in the pits. So he couldn't make it to the end. How many laps was that he done? 22 laps on the medium, so he done more laps on the medium than he did in the hards, and he's back onto the hards now. And Norris, I think, is going to get past him. Yes, he is. So he's behind Norris once again. Yeah, but like I was saying, it's going to be an interesting season, I think. We did start off very dramatic with the start. Like, I feel like the starts this year, man, they're so exciting. Nekrews normal videos and shots also high quality. Appreciate that, man. Much love. But yeah, so far the best part about the race, 100% is the start and the battle between the Ferraris and Mercedes in the early stages. There are good signs of a few decent battles that we could get throughout the season, but Ferrari unfortunately have just, you know, done what they normally do. And that's just throw it in the bin. Ferrari in the mud again. Now, I'm not meaning to say that Mercedes probably could have retook the lead from Ferrari because they looked a lot quicker. But the game of cat and mouse was definitely interesting to begin with. But the gaps are sort of the same. Leclerc is not catching Antonelli. Antonelli's keeping the gap to George. Hamilton's a little bit closer to Leclerc now. But, yeah, so unfortunately it's just a little bit boring now. So George is definitely going to the end. He's done a team radio confirming that. My super clip in there and Avis. Avis. Wow, Avis. Petition for Avis to be on the F1 calendar. Come on. We need Avis, man. I remember the first time I did an onboard lap around that circuit. Like, I generally, at that banking, man, I just absolutely flew off. I took off the space, man. Like, if any of you got a set with Causa, download Avis, man. It's so fun. Well, it's not really fun. The banking's fun. The rest of the track is pretty much just flat with a few corners. But yeah, you can have some fun with Avis, especially if you just don't take the banking. You just go flat and just turn right, man. You're in space. Yeah, W's for Avis, man. We love Avis. Mercedes going to the end. Yes, they are. Unfortunately, they are, because I did want to see a battle for the lead or an interesting race, but Mercedes outsmarted Ferrari. What do you expect? Ferrari as well, you know, doing the usual. A little bit of a throwback. Well, I say a throwback. A little bit of a like similarity to 2016 in a way. With Ferrari, I remember they did that with Seb Vettel in was it Canada 2016 when they did an interesting strategy. Vettel was leading the race and then pitted under the VSC or something, and then ended up losing to like Lewis later on the race because that was the wrong choice. It's literally like the same situation today, but with both drivers. That's how I got introduced to this channel. That Avis. No way, man. That's insane. I think that was in 2020. Wow, that's a long time ago now, isn't it? Felt like yesterday we were just doing that video as well. No, you blink and then 6 years going like that. But yeah, the onboard lap days, I mean, obviously I'll still do them now. But the very, very early days when I was just going through like every single track I could just find, you know, anything to do with F1 history or something, or just any track in general, I was just always making a video on it. I'm sure I actually made a meme video on the Ava circuit as well at one point. I'm sure I did. I'm sure I made something about the banking. But yeah, I might jump back on AC and drive the Ava circuit just for myself and see how it feels in the new simulator that I've got. Or the sim, should I say. Because when I drove the Ava circuit, I was driving on a not too great sim at the time, so like barely the force feedback. Now, you know what I mean, we've got the Mercedes play seat Fanatec wheel on that, so God help the Fanatec wheel the second I hit that banking. Who's the best looking F1 driver? Well, don't want to expose myself here, man. But if I was to generally pick one, I mean, for me, Carlos is alright, I suppose. But for all the fangirls, if there's any fangirls in the chat, man, I'll say Leclerc just for you. But because I support Fernando, I have to say Fernando from my point of view. I'm saying it for the fangirls, Leclerc, but I've got to stay with my guy Fernando, man. Bro's 45 this year. Bro does not look like 45. Bro is still 20, man. That man does not age. Bro's going to be here for many more years. Fernando's still going to be driving in like 25 years. Probably even start racing Verstappen's daughter at one point as well. That'll feed families, man. What about the Isaac? Yeah, problem at the start of the race. I'm not actually sure what it was yet, but there was a lot of smoke coming out of the back of the car. And he just pulled over near turn 9. And that was it. Engine, it must have been the engine or something. But if anyone does know actually what the problem was, then if anyone's on Twitter now and they see any posts, feel free to let us know what the actual issue was. Any tips to drive on controller? Well, I mean, I'm always a wheel guy. But I do use controller a lot for some of my videos, but if you've been professional on controller, I mean, I suppose it's just all about practice, really, isn't it? I can't really give you too many crazy tips, because I'm used to driving like professionally or so with the wheel, but yeah, I mean, it's just getting used to it overall, I suppose, and just practice after practice, and eventually you'll get the hang of some things, and yeah, but apart from that, that's really about it. 10 laps to go, lads. No sign of anything happening except for a potential battle for P5 between Norris and Verstappen. Tell you what, safety car right now would be very good. Very handy safety car. Go on, Paris Lab, for the vibes. My guy's 42 seconds behind Sainz. Stopping the track for a laugh. Imagine that actually happened. Well, we were joking about that earlier on with Valtteri, and 2 seconds later Valtteri stopped on track. Top speed, lads. Ocon currently fastest, 211 miles an hour, which is 341 kilometers. Colapinto second, 338, with Verstappen third with 337. So that's a Ferrari engine, a Mercedes engine, and a Ford engine, who are quickest in speed traps currently. I am keeping an eye on that gap with Hamilton and Leclerc. Hamilton's slowly been eating into that gap with Leclerc. Now down to 3 seconds. Wonder if Lewis is Sniffing a little podium here. Because I don't think Leclerc's going to be catching Antonelli anytime soon. Same pace though, so it is promising. It's sort of promising in a way. I mean, not enough to catch them, but if the cars are close and Ferrari don't do something stupid with the strategy, we could be onto something here. So as well as Mercedes are a little bit down the road, we've still got hope. Ferrari versus Mercedes could be a thing. It's not exactly Mercedes are like a minute down the road, which is what people were thinking was going to happen. Hold up more slightly to yeah, probably. That's normally what happens, isn't it? Fabio won't be too happy about that. What do you think of Max's race? Oh yeah, great. Just typical Max race, you know. My guy started right at the back. He is now challenging Lando for P5. I think he's probably going to get him. 8 laps to go, but I'm sure Lando will put up a fight. Yeah, just a typical Verstappen race. If I was to say the pecking order for Red Bull at the moment, definitely third best car, maybe. He does look a little quicker than Norris. But I don't think the Red Bull's quick enough to catch the Ferrari or Mercedes. So if I was to put the order at the moment, for sure Mercedes P1, Ferrari P2, Red Bull P3, and then probably McLaren P4. Still not sure about everyone else. It's quite close with Haas and Racing Bulls. Mind you, Behrman's pulled away from Lundblad a little bit now. Alright, mate. Yeah, Haas's race pace seemed very good. Especially from Behrman anyway. So they could potentially be P5. Stroll is back on track. Team 51 Nando. Yes, sir. Lads. Lance Stroll is back on the track. We are actually back. My guy is 12 laps down. We setting records, man. Aston are here to break records, they said. And records, they are breaking. 12 laps or something else. It's funny that Stroll comes out on lap 51. You know, you just mentioned Team 51 Nando. Must have heard, man. 51, Stroll comes back out. Here comes the money. That's the test of it, yeah, I know. I went slowly catching Leclerc, by the way. I'm all here for the Ferrari battle for the podium. Antonelli's actually catching us a little bit now as well, but we're heading into the final stages of the race, lads. 6 laps to go. What we thinking? What we saying? You enjoyed the race? I mean, the first half for sure. Great, fantastic. The start, absolute cinema. The rest of the race, typical Australia. Oh, we got the radios back with Lewis again. Leave me to it. He just said on the radio. Yeah, Max lad, I ain't reading that. You need to chill, man. What? Are you good? Are you good, man? Why are you coming up with those type of questions? Stop confirming. Yeah. Classic radio that was. Have a tea break while you're at it, man. Max. You do you. You ain't gonna rage bait me, man. That ain't gonna work. It's hilarious. That ain't gonna work, man. So far, Verstappen can get past Norris. It's actually fell back a little bit. So, potentially not on for P6 at this moment, with 4 laps to go, but... Good move. I can't believe that Lando broke the curse that season up there when we'll get a DNF in the next door. We're not done yet. It can still happen. 4 laps to go. On 4 laps, he'll break the curse. Antonelli's definitely pushing in this final stage of the race. It's down to 4 seconds, the gap now between him and Russell. Unless Russell's saving his car. He's got everything turned down and he's just taking it easy. Ferrari are back and forth. Hamilton 2.6 now behind Leclerc. But I think the time he catches him is going to be too late. I don't see anything else happening. Unless it's a safety car now. I love chat, man. I see you all there talking about that. You guys are crazy, man. Yeah, Joshua, man, tell him. That's enough, by the way. Enough of that. Hamilton 2.1 now, by the way. 2.1 to Leclerc. I think it's going to be too late the time he gets to the back of him. Well, it's safe to say the second half of the race has not been the best thing in the world. I wouldn't exactly call it the worst thing ever, definitely boring, but just a shame. We got too excited at the beginning of the race, unfortunately. We've not been treated too kindly in the second half of the race. It's hard for us people in the UK as well, especially at this time in the morning. 5:30 here in the UK. I have barely had any sleep. And I'm nearly falling asleep here watching this race. Now, first 3 races are going to be a pain. Obviously, because they're going to be very early here in the UK. I think China's around about 7 AM in the morning or 6. Then Japan is bound about the same. But once we get to Bahrain, well, if we do go to Bahrain, that is. Because at the moment, it looks to be like it's going to get cancelled, and Saudi Arabia as well. And if they do cancel Bahrain and Saudi Arabia, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think there's like a month break between Japan and the next race, which is not great. Summer break already after three races. Yeah, but once we get to the better times here in the UK, the live streams will definitely they'll be a lot more exciting than what they are today. Obviously, I've got a lot of motivation to do it. It's great. Absolutely love it. The start was great, but it's hard to stay motivated when it's this early into the morning, especially when you've barely had any sleep. Once I do get some sleep, and we do get back to the afternoon races, yeah, it'll be a lot more fun. Congratulations, Mercedes went out. Yep, it's not too long now. 1.3 between the two Ferraris, by the way. But we're heading into the final lap now. But I think it's too late for Lewis. But Lewis is flying. Lewis really showing his pace in the final few laps here. I do have Instagram. I do indeed. I could drop it into the chat if you want, actually. If you want to follow me there, I can quickly drop it in. There you go, lad. Oh, no, that's Discord. That's Discord. Right. The sleep's shown, man. The lack of sleep is shown. There you go. My god. I'm in my bed. There we go. Apart from that, George Russell is about to take the first win of the season. Here we go, lads. Round the final corner. Your first race winner of 2026 is George Russell. It is a Mercedes 1-2. Mercedes are back. They are back to their winning ways. And Lewis Hamilton closed up to the back of Leclerc, but it's too late. Charles Leclerc takes P3 for Ferrari with Hamilton P4. Ferrari 3 and 4 could have been a lot better for Ferrari, unfortunately. Ferrari, man, with that strategy. Potential 1-2 today, but you know, we move. We'll see what happens as we head on to the next race in China. And then we've got Norris. Norris, man. He is so far behind. Miles behind in P5 with Verstappen behind him. And according to this, everyone up to Behrman in P7 has been lapped. Yeah. What in the 2014, lads? So what we're saying to it? What we're saying? How are we feeling about the first race? Are we happy with the new regs? Because I've got to be honest right now, the start of the race showed potential for sure. But as the race got on, everything sort of calmed down, which is normally what happens in the races. But, yeah, I don't know, man. Half and half at the moment. But all we know is Mercedes are back. Oh yeah, great result for Verstappen as well. What a comeback from the back of the grid. And for Lindblad as well, debuting man. P8, I believe. Yes, he was. And great result for Behrman as well. Haas looking the best of the midfield. The racing bulls behind them and Audi. So yeah, there you go, guys. there is your 2026 Australian Grand Prix. George Russell takes the win from Kimi Antonelli, with the Ferraris rounding off the top 4. Yeah, Max did get driver of the day. Driver of the day, started 20th, finished 6th. Typical Max drives. Oh yeah. There you go then. How are we feeling? How are we feeling about it? W stream, yeah, appreciate that, man. Like I say, we're gonna be here all year doing this. All work in progress. This is the second stream I've done. We did the first one yesterday. Sorry, I was just listening to the team radio there. Toto's on the radio to George. Toto's very happy. But yeah, guys, like I say, this is the second stream I've done live. It's all a work in progress. We've got a better looking setup today. It's all work in progress. And the more we do this, the more better it's going to get. And the more exciting it's going to get. We had a very exciting start today. A very exciting beginning to the Grand Prix. As the race went on, it sort of just faded down a little bit. Or died down. A little bit boring in the second half. But yeah, I mean, good overall. Good overall. 2026 regs are not too bad, but we've got to see it at more circuits to give it a proper opinion, because we know how hard it is to overtake in Melbourne anyway. But yeah, it is what it is. It's just so chill. Yeah, no, I'd appreciate that. Yeah, I do appreciate the love, guys. I really do. You guys mean the absolute world to me. The support that you guys give me helps me to do these kind of things. So like I said, I wouldn't be here without you guys. And you know, 2026, new year, new ideas. You know, who would have thought I'd be here doing live stuff now? So, and obviously the support you guys are showing me helped me get along to do all this. So like I said, I appreciate every single one of you who supports the channel, and even new people here. All the new people that come along, you know, every single one of you are the reason why I'm doing this. So I'm happy to be here watching this with you all. We can all enjoy the 2026 season together. So yeah. So professional top 10 is Russell, Antonelli, Leclerc, Hamilton, Norris, Verstappen, Behrman, Lindblad, Bortoleto and Gasly. Bit of a mix, but not for the front six anyway, the usual teams up there. Did Stroll finish the race, by the way? Did he? Well, he was 12 laps down, but I think he actually got across the line. W Stroll, man. Aston Martin World Champions incoming. Yeah, I appreciate that, Josh, man. But yeah, that's going to be it from me, guys. The race is done. And like I say, your winner is George Russell, Kimi Antonelli second, and Charles Leclerc rounding off the top 3 and 3rd for Ferrari. Ferrari could have won the race today, but you know, the strategies as usual, never on point, so what can you do? Painful day for Ferrari fans, could have had a win, but it is what it is. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate every single one of you who've watched the stream today. If you're new, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to follow me on Twitch and all my other social platforms as well, because I'm going to be doing the 2026 season live all year. You don't want to miss it. We will be back again for next weekend for the Chinese Grand Prix. We'll be live for the qualifying and for the race, so you don't want to miss that. But like I said, guys, thank you so much for watching the stream. Take care now. I'll see you next week.
Staying on track, doing all the emotions and all the good times that we've had together. I just want to say thank you for being here.